Robin, I had so much more to get to. I have Will Smith clips. Boy, he's
verbose, too.
Yeah, during these commercials, during the commercial breaks, I've been listening to Will Smith clips.
I told you, when I saw him and Jada Pinkett Smith were on Oprah, I said, I got to tune in because I got to hear the wit and wisdom of Will Smith.
You know, I was even listening to this. He was also on some other show.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know the show. This guy, Tavis somebody. I think
Tavis Smiley. He's on PBS.
Yeah, PBS. And I'll just play you this one clip, and then I promise you on Monday we'll get to the rest of these because we're running out of time, and I don't want to give them short shrift because they're too good. But I was just listening to the amount of, like, first of all, I have no idea what he's talking about. He's very, very taken with himself.
Well, I told you, when I did that TV show, you know, he doesn't even come to the set most of the day. You're rehearsing without him.
Right.
So, you know, he doesn't need to rehearse. You know, he does his own thing alone or whatever. And then he comes to the set, and you've been there all day. Everybody's been working all day. But once Will comes to the set and he's going to step out on stage, there must be a prayer circle beforehand.
Yeah, and that's tip of the iceberg, Robin, what you said. Because I've never heard a guy use the word I or me more than him. I'll play you a little what I mean.
I don't want to be an icon. I want to be an idea. You know?
He reminds me of Baba Booey when he's like, I want a relationship and I want to give a relationship. I want to be, you know, when he's talking to that girl. I mean,
right. From the video.
I don't want to be an icon. I want to be an idea.
What does that mean?
Nothing. It's nonsense. And what's great about when he's on Oprah, this guy Tavis at least is on the ball. Oprah agrees with everything.
Oh, she doesn't question it.
No, she goes, She wants to be completely in sync with him.
I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities. I want to represent magic, right? That you're in a universe and 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 only equals 4 if you accept that 2 + 2 equals 4.
Yeah, the earth is flat.
2 + 2 is going to be what I want it to be.
I want to be a number.
And there's
2 + 2. 2 + 2 only equals 4 if you believe.
So now, 2 + 2 does not equal 4.
What universe is that? The Bizarro universe? What is he saying exactly? Do you fucking get a clue of what this cat's talking about?
No.
There's a redemption.
I want to be a wizard. And I want to go to Oz. I want to stand behind a curtain. I want to give Dorothy a trip back home in a hot air balloon. I want to give the lion a heart and the scarecrow a brain. I say.
Power that making a choice has, you know, rather than feeling like you're at effect to all the things that are happening. Make a choice. Like, you just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get...
That is one fucked up brother.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's way gone. Look, man, I control the Matrix. Can you imagine if I went on a talk show and behaved this way? People would have me locked up.
Well, this is probably why they don't let him be on talk shows all that much.
Yeah. I want to be a dentist.
He got loose from somebody.
He escaped the nutty hatch.
Out your way. It's water.
Yeah, you're catching all the eyes and I want to be.
Right.
It wants to move and go around stuff, you know. So for me, I want to represent possibilities. I want to represent the idea that you really can make what you want. One of my favorite books is The Alchemist. Paulo.
Like, say what? Alchemist?
Coelho. And that's just, I just believe that.
I want to turn coal into gold. Yes. All I know is if you scored a 34 on the narcissist test, this cat scores 134.
It's got to be a bowling score.
Yeah,
Again, I think that was a faulty test.
It's got to be.
Because listen to him.
She just went up to 35.
Oh,
I believe that I can create whatever I want to create. If I can put my head on it right, study it, learn the patterns, and, you know, it's hard to put into words, some real metaphysical, esoteric nonsense, but I feel very strongly that we are who we choose to be.
Yes. Yes. I mean, can you imagine if I went on Letterman and said that speech? They'd throw me right off.
They'd throw you right out of there.
Dave, I want, in a world that is 2 + 2 = 4, I don't want that.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it.
Talking chairs. I don't like the talking clock. I mean, that's for little kids. I want
more letters to be vowels. A-E-I-O-U vowels.
Who says there only has to be?
Yeah, I mean, who says B isn't a vowel? I don't want to live in a universe that has a B that isn't a vowel.
That's only if you believe it.
Right. Guys fucking lost it. That's what living in Hollywood will do to you. I had a weekend there. I almost started thinking I was important.
Is that what you say is important?
Yeah, I mean, the difference is that when he's on Oprah, and I'll just play this clip real quick. Oprah just she just joins in. Like, she's, yeah. She acts like she knows what he's even talking about.
Right.
And you know she doesn't. He's on there, Oprah, I reject the planet Jupiter. I feel the same way.
It is not a planet.
It is not a planet. I've been telling people that for years. And Oprah, I am telling you, I control the Matrix. I've said I control the Matrix.
You are the one. You are Neo.
Yeah, you're Neo. That's right. I want to live in a universe where not only am I Neo, but I am Neo spelled backwards to the third power. I know that's how I feel. Look, Oprah, I live in a universe that says I can pop popcorn in my bunghole. I feel the same way, and I told Stedman that. Absolutely. If I fought like this, he would have me arrested. I wouldn't even be allowed around children. Listen to Oprah, this sycophantic. She really is. Or sycophantic, whatever that is. You know what I mean.
Whatever you say.
Whatever he says, she goes, I feel the same way. You'll hear, he comes on and goes, Oprah, look, I would live in a universe where I want to talk to mice. I feel the same way. Oprah, I'm inventing a giant oil-soaking tampon that's going to clean up the problem in the ocean. I've been working on it. Yes, my tampon probably could. I wear an extra-large tampon. I'm telling you, with my period, it could probably soak up all the oil in the ocean. I agree. Here, listen to what I'm talking about.
I read that as you get older, which you don't age one bit.
Of course not.
Not one bit. As you get older, that you are still searching, that you feel some ways you're searching for your place in the world. Is that true?
Yeah. I was introduced by my mother and grandmother to Resurrection Baptist Church.
Did you hear that? I was introduced to Resurrection Baptist Church. What do you mean, What do you mean,
in West Philly. And it was really important to serve higher goals, right? I just feel...
What does he mean?
Like all of the blessings that I have, with my wife and my family and extended family, there's no way that God intended that just for acting. It's like...
Listen to that.
I get that.
She gave him.
And you hear the clapping?
But that's because Oprah gave that.
Yeah, now they're going berserk. That's the approving. That's her pushing out a big dump.
That was the best I've ever heard.
Want to hear it again, All right. And that's a cue to the audience.
They get that.
It's like God intended that just for acting. It's like...
I get that.
Yeah.
There's a toilet built into her chair just for that.
I so get that.
I so get that. You so get that.
And that is a part of how I live my life, too. I pray to be used in service.
Absolutely.
Right? Or calling greater than my own.
Bullshit.
You see, because, I don't know if you know what's going on here.
Yeah.
First, Jada Pinkett Smith gives an and then Oprah gives the big
And Oprah prays to be used in service.
Like Jada goes, Oprah goes,
Everyone's saying all the right things.
Yeah.
That's the best clip.
Yeah, well, anyway, there's a lot more, but... we probably should get to news.
But that's the fun of watching,
and it's so cool.
That couple.
Yeah, because Oprah then kisses her own ass and goes, yeah, I pray every day that
I live my life the same way.
In service.
I feel the same. I get that. I so get that.
Does she really pray every day that she be... I don't think so.
I don't know what Oprah does. Maybe she does. I don't know.
I know what she does. She ain't doing that. She might pray once a month for that. If that. Oh, there's so many good clips from that interview.
It was, I'm telling you, they are a show unto themselves.
Yeah, I'll pick one more random one.
Because even the kids.
Yeah, the kids are getting into that whole mindset.
So I wanted to say this. We said this earlier, that Trey is a high school football star.
Trey's the kid who, you know...
The first marriage.
Yeah. But all the kids have to be stars.
Yes.
It's very important.
And couldn't go on the China trip. And I heard this, and I'm telling you, the first time I heard this, it brought tears to my eyes. Because I heard that you flew back every weekend to see your son, Trey, play football. Is that true?
Yeah, I am somebody.
I am wonderful.
I'm wonderful. How else are you wonderful?
I'm wonderful.
Yeah. No, it was
amazing. That is amazing.
Actually, that is kind of amazing. Yeah. Why would you want to, like, how do you find that out for, I don't know.
He told everybody. Don't you think, Trey, don't you think that is amazing?
That's amazing.
We'll be back in a moment. Is that amazing?
Oh, my God. She couldn't suck balls anymore.
Oh, amazing.
It's amazing. She was the kid.
No, you had a child. You have responsibilities.
But it's amazing.
No, he's actually doing the right thing. It's amazing.
It's amazing when somebody does the right thing. Anyway, there's a lot of funny stuff.
I really wonder.
I still have all those Miss USA clips. I'll get to those next week. I don't know. There's a bunch of things. Tell you what, I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back and do the news block right after these words. Would you like a song about something else? Pick a topic.
Oil spill.
Oil spill, Kevin Costner, BP. Oprah, William Smith, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith. All right. Oh, wow. Wow.
You know, I was telling you that thing about Will Smith. He does talk to Oprah about how, you know, he had to teach his son to be a man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he does, you know, on set, he talks about how, you know, he had, you know, like there's a point at which at 11 you must teach your son to be a man. It's that whole thing about, you know, going out to hunt.
To be a man like him and to be completely self-consumed and verbose? His son, I'm now going to teach you how to be incredibly self-absorbed. That's what you need. Your father's done pretty damn well.
Watch and learn.
And made a pretty decent coin in this business. Being completely self-consumed and using the word I every third word. And now I'm going to take you in the woods and teach you how to do that. Gee, Dad, that seems like an empty life. No. This is what you got to do. They teach you how to be a man. Hey, Jada, you don't happen to have that clip, do you? Where Will Smith describes how he taught his son how to be a man? Sounds pretty good.
And this is why a boy needs a father.
Which clip?
I think I did. I think it's in red. I changed that color. I think that's the clip with it in.
We're very different creatures creatively, and very different in how we live our lives. You know what I mean? As far as how we create. Let's just say it that way.
Yeah, we're both geniuses, but we get there in a different way.
Yeah, he creates his way, and I create mine.
I think he's done a little better in the creation department than you have, honey, honestly. Maybe you ought to switch to his way of creating.
How we create.
How we create. Oh, are they so fucking unaware of how they come off? God, watch this show over and over again, guys. And
then don't do anything that they do.
Yeah. We create in very... Can you imagine if I went on a talk show with my wife and talked about how we create? I would just be embarrassed and ashamed.
And so I think in us doing this movie together, we realize what our strengths and our weaknesses are, and how...
Everybody's
in which areas we can depend on each other. Yeah. I know now which areas to fall back.
They must be nightmares on a set.
Well, thank God this was all their set. Nobody else had to deal with them, I guess.
Yeah, but imagine working on that set. You still got to deal with them. I create differently than Will, and I demand your respect, honestly. I might not be Will Smith, but I have my own way.
I am Jada Pinkett Smith.
As far as Will's concerned, and I think he found some areas he could fall back a little bit as far as I'm concerned.
One of our major issues was, in my mind, I was teaching my son to hunt.
See, now he comes up with, I was teaching my son to hunt. I'm like, what?
Well, his ass hasn't... She's been talking about how great she is as a creator, and he's feeling a little neglected of it, so now he's going to switch and tell you again what a great dad he is. Because he hasn't complimented himself in a while.
You know, that's what we're doing right now. When he's making this movie, I'm teaching him how to hunt.
And I realized because of that...
What a fucking maniac.
In Beverly Hills?
You know, he's teaching him. He's going like, you know...
He was in China.
The way I make my money is I got to teach my son the family business. You know. He doesn't mean they went out and strangled a bunny rabbit and ate it. He means like he's teaching him the ropes and show business.
How to get money, how to put food on the table.
How to put the beef in the ravioli.
I learned why in African, in African tribes, why men would come to the village and remove their sons to initiate them into manhood. Because as a mother,
Oprah's like, yes. She's finishing the sentence. Oprah doesn't know a fucking thing what they're talking about.
And Jada Pinkett Smith has never known anything about people taking their men from the tribe. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, she's an African. She's whiter than I am, but she's an African. I think I'll live in Africa before she does.
It's an excruciating thing to have to watch. And I'm telling you, that mother instinct kicks in.
Yes, because I was thinking that watching when you're seeing your baby boy, thrown around and the hours, and I understand that they don't have the same laws over there for children acting and yes,
it was a ferocious fight.
Yes,
let me tell you, I don't play it. I said I will shut this, I will burn this whole city down.
What is she talking about?
I don't know what either of them are.
I will burn this shit down, motherfucker.
I think they're admitting to using their kid as child labor.
Well, it sounds like, they took their child to China so they could work them extra hard.
So they could basically work them around the clock.
I don't know what they're talking about. We're guessing, of course.
You know what I mean? You know?
She's...
I love that. That was real.
When you get that from Oprah, you know you said the right thing. You know, when you don't get that when you go, Oprah, I used to rape children. No. It's got to be, Oprah, I empowered myself. And Oprah, I knew what I needed to do for mine. Because Oprah, I gets mine. I gets mine. And we went down to the First Baptist Church, Oprah, and we understood what everyone was thinking.
Amazing. That is amazing.
Yes, I can. There is no in my universe, Oprah.
2 plus 2 does not equal 4.
Oprah, do you know what I mean about my universe creating my own reality? Thank you.
Really?
I was like, my priority is Jaden.
Because he was working too hard?
Well, because it's a balance.
Yes.
She's worried about balance. They got this kid acting since he's 3.
I tell Will, listen, I understand that.
Is the kid sitting right there?
Yeah. They're talking about the child like he's not on the set, on the stage with them right there.
Son, we're pulling back the curtain so you can see what goes on in our planning.
All of it. Even when he, was congratulating himself for going to son's football game every week. The others, he's sitting right there going, here's my dad congratulating himself again.
For being
and then
in my
Oprah
life.
looks at him and says, isn't that amazing?
You fucking bunch of maniacs.
Amazing.
There's certain things that you're trying to put in, but at the end of the day, he's 11. You know what I mean?
She's got 4 in a row.
And so, we...
Oprah, it's like a contest to see who can say the most politically correct things to get Oprah to And you know what you have to say to Oprah. I could be Charles Manson and go on... I could go on Oprah's show tomorrow and get her to...
And get her to applaud ravenously.
Oprah, Howard Stern is my guest on the show, on the Oprah show today. Here's Howard Stern. Oprah, I know I've done some things wrong. I know you're going to be here, but I've grown as a man.
At the end of the day.
Oprah, I've put myself in therapy 4 days a week, and at the end of the day, Oprah, I knew in order for me to be a real man, a father to my children, and to be special in their lives and not make it all about me, you understand what I'm saying? Not to make it all about me. It's so important that, it be about them and that temptation to go to you as opposed to them. You understand? understand, right, Oprah?
Amazing.
Right, you fucking maniac.
It's amazing.
That's what they're doing right now.
Absolutely.
Everyone's seeing how many mm-hmms they can get out of Oprah.
Just had to find a nice balance. We had to find a nice, and I'm telling you,
No,
he's
you're going to go on Oprah and go, I don't give a shit about my kid. I'm going to put him in movies and I don't care about the balance.
a different child.
He really is.
And they're saying the obvious. They're not, Will Smith and his wife think they're being so fucking profound. They're saying the obvious. Yeah, you put balance in your kid's life. Who hasn't heard that from every Dr. Phil on the planet? You know, Oprah, every day you need to feed your child food. Mm-hmm. You do, Oprah. You need to give them food or they don't live. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, everyone's so fucking profound.
But we were just pointing out how, he's congratulating himself for flying home to see his
son's football game.
At football, which is only what he's supposed to do.
Right.
From his experience in China.
They're congratulating themselves for not working their son too hard on a movie.
Yeah.
I take care of my kids.
Like, in fact, what she's saying is I had to fight my husband to keep him from working my son too hard.
Right.
So that they could be balanced.
How so?
I'm trying to teach this motherfucker how to hunt.
I had a friend over. Caesar was over the other day. Yeah. And he said, look at how he's walking. Chest up, confident. Because when you overcome that type of challenge, he did that.
Right. And in my mind...
That comes from experience.
Oh, here's Will to jump in.
I got to tell you what part I did.
In my mind,
in that chest poking out.
Yeah. The reason the boy's chest is poking out, we've given him... Oprah, let me explain to you something, all right? You could plug in a lamp, but if you don't have electricity, that motherfucker ain't going to turn on. You're so right. I learned that myself. I learned that as a child. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to teach my son. He thinks you plug it in and it just turn on. You understand? That all-knowing I got to get that And they're stating, Will and Jada, I'm listening to every one of these clips. They are stating the obvious. It's not,
As if
Oprah,
it's the first time these things have ever been uncovered.
Oprah, I've learned that there are polar bears at the zoo. You gotta be shitting me. I could pick any of these clips.
Isn't that amazing?
Let's see. Will Smith believes in the disciplining kids.
Oh, that's the one, that he talks about, I don't believe in punishment.
Well, I have 3 kids that are almost 7, 5, and 3, and I wondered what...
Is this the audience asking for advice?
I guess. I don't know. I don't even know about this part.
Now they're child experts. I believe you should put your son in a movie.
I believe you should be a huge star.
And teach him how to hunt like that.
Punishment is in your house.
Well, that's one of the really
You moron. Punishment? We don't need punishment.
These are superstar kids.
difficult...
My son shits gold bullion.
Struggles. Because we don't exactly believe in punishment, per se. The idea that there are...
Per se.
And watch how Oprah jumps all over this one.
She loves it. Loves it. Because Oprah's never even had a kid. Trust me. Punishment exists for a fucking good reason. We don't use electroshock per se.
Are consequences to your actions.
Oprah, I haven't seen you around any screaming kids who are out of fucking control.
So we believe in restriction. That's
called punishment.
You can have as much freedom as you can handle. You can cut your hair.
Woo, that's good.
Woo!
Woo, you are philosophizing.
Amazing. You can put stuff on your wall. You can have it.
I wonder if Will and Jada, like when I went out to the Hollywood party at Jimmy's, if you stay in that environment, your head can get awfully big.
Well, this is what you start to sound like.
Dude, this is like 24/7.
Somebody's kissing butt and saying everything you do is wonderful.
We don't believe in punishment per se. We believe in restriction. I like that. You like what? You don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. You can have as much freedom as you can handle. Oh, I like that, too.
as much freedom as you can.
I'll put you in a fucking trailer with 9 of your brothers and sisters. Let me see you.
Freedom,
I'll restrict your ass plenty good. Stop it.
Handle. And as soon as you do something that is detrimental to yourself, and when you can't be trusted with your freedom, then you have to be pulled back. But it's not about punishing you for what you did.
Listen to this fucking guy. He's a regular Rebbitzin. And the slow manner of speech to enunciate.
Sound all the more important.
You will not be punished, but you will be restricted. I like that.
It's about protecting you from the potential damage that you could do to yourself.
Wow, that is good parenting.
It is? What the fuck is that?
I know.
She's a regular. He's a regular Chaim Weitzman. Good Lord. Oh, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. She doesn't know what he's talking about, and everyone's complimenting.
And they found each other.
This is why I can't handle it. This is why I'm getting out. I don't want to turn into that at all.
Oh, my God.
You got to be kidding me. I got too much fucking common sense to sound like that. You got to be raised in an environment where you think your shit doesn't stink.
Look at what happened to Eddie Murphy.
Oh, my God.
Look at what he sounds like. You wonder how it happened?
Making movies is like so different. We tried to make Donkey funny, but at the same time not...
this is edgy, but it's not bad.
Donkey.
Funny.
Well, that is a weird affect when you get that full of yourself.
Yeah.
Where you're lecturing an audience on Oprah how to raise your children. And we believe in restriction, not punishment.
You have all the freedom. Until you can't handle it.
How about I shit on the floor with all my freedom? How about I just take a big steamy shit in the middle of the floor? Is that free enough for you? There's no rules.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that means you can't handle your freedom. All right, listen, I could play these clips all day. I got one here on spiritual physics.
Oh, you got it.
Spiritual physics? Yeah. I missed that.
Nah, that's from a different show.
Oh.
I got a bunch of other...
Who's spouting that, spiritual physics?
Will Smith. I'm sure he flunked regular physics, so he's way into spiritual physics.
I don't think he went to college, did he?
He's supposed to be a bright guy, though.
I'm sure he's a bright guy. Look at what he's done with his life from rapping.
I think he was offered a scholarship to MIT.
I don't care what he was offered. He's not bright enough to shut his mouth on Oprah. He's completely self-unaware. You know what? I could get into this all day, but it's already 10:15, and we've done enough show. At some point, we shut this fucking baby off and close down shop.
There's got to be a wrap-up show.
Yeah. All right, Steve, it's your turn. Steve Langford, Howard 100 News.
Steve Langford has a huge...
Remind me next week, Baba Booey, to play more of those clips. Those are gems.
Everything Will Smith says, let's archive.
I never did finish playing any of those tapes of Oprah with Will Smith.
I know. And they are gems.
Yeah. I don't know if I could muster up any... what it is it's annoying to hear Oprah kissing Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's ass, and then those little kids' ass. They were out promoting, Karate Kid. And,
right. It was a whole family project.
And then them bragging about how focused they are on family and how they raise their kids with
Everything's
purpose.
Perfect. How do you keep your marriage hot? Yeah. How do you father your son?
All right, you want to throw up? I'll play you one more clip.
Okay.
All right, here we are back into it. By the way, I should say I met them once backstage about 100 years ago in L.A., and they were very nice to me, Will Smith and
Jada and Will were very nice.
Yeah, I don't think they know how poorly they come off to the rest of people. It's just kind of hard.
But even then, they have this attitude that they know everything and nobody else knows anything. Like, they're in on everything.
They say shit with such authority, and then Oprah goes, yes, yes. And Oprah doesn't even have any kids. She doesn't know what the fuck it is. And she hasn't been through that whole thing. Sometimes things don't turn out where the kids end up being, movie stars. And sometimes it doesn't end up that the kids, all your planning for them, like Levon, all your planning for them doesn't work out. It just comes off a little bit presumptuous and also arrogant.
But I hear that you all really do set goals, that there is a marriage business plan.
Yes.
So you could write a book about that and help a lot of people. There's a marriage business plan.
You know, it's like...
Listen to this. They have a
marriage business plan.
Wait, and when he explains it, forget about it. You feel like a douche. I never had a marriage business plan.
You don't have a goal.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't have a purpose...
Guess what? I don't.
Well, maybe you should, because Oprah's saying he should write a book so you can get one, too.
Fuck it. I ain't reading Gary's book. I'm not reading his book.
For your relationship and pretty much anything. It's like, if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a place that you're going, something that you want to accomplish, something you want to do.
Right.
This cat sounds like a Franklin Covey seminar.
Yeah, you've already said that. Something you want to do, something you want to accomplish, get to it.
You can really get lost in the murk of the journey.
There has to be a vision for...
There has to be a vision, right?
Yes. Right.
So why are we together? You know, it's like, I mean, you fine, you know. You know, but as an answer for why two spirits would join together and decide to travel this perilous journey of life together, fine, or you can cook, or you keep the house protected, that's really not enough. There's so much more that you have to be dedicated to.
Wow.
You know, to...
How about, I like
Look at Oprah. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, come on. And, you know, a lot of this just feels like knowing what the right thing is to say.
It's so true.
Yeah.
So what is the bigger vision for your marriage? What is the bigger...
Well, we had to figure that out because we're two big beings that came together.
Yes.
And I had my vision and he had his. And so we had to join it. And so we decided...
You just do what she say. You know?
Yeah, basically. That's the vision.
So he jumps in between ebonics, too.
To do what she say.
To do what she say. But he knows better, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Why does he want to act ignorant? What is that? Do you understand that?
I think he uses it as humor. I think.
He do what she say. I guess he wants to be relatable.
To who?
I guess to, like, the rap community or something. You know, like Snoop Dogg. And
Again,
stuff.
I love that. The rap community. No, dummies.
Well.
Call it what it is.
Okay.
I'm all sick of this bull crap.
I really want to hear it.
Well, once we started to see how the children were growing, and, you know, Willow and Jaden and Trey, with how they were becoming their own beings, we decided, okay, we want to make a family business. How do we incorporate all the talent that we have in this family? Right. So that's our vision, to create a place where their dreams can come true and our extended family's dreams can come true as well.
Oh, well, you're failing as a human being.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, like, I had no plan in either one of my marriages.
Or with your children.
Yeah, I have no plan with the kids. I mean, I just figured, you know, have some nice kids and provide. And I guess I fall into that first category, you know.
You don't know what you're doing in the murk.
I liked hanging out with my wife, and, you know, I love vagina. I don't know. Is that a plan?
No.
Vagina and fun.
Not a plan.
And my plan for the kids was to go out and have a job so they could have a roof over their head. I don't know. That was the whole plan. You know, it sounds like in Will Smith's marriage.
Did you come together with another large being?
No. I never thought of it like that. I was looking for a petite being, actually. But, you know, like, I would never be... Would you ever, in a million years, feel comfortable in your own skin if, let's say, you got famous and you were on Oprah Winfrey's show and she asked you about your marriage? Would you feel comfortable saying, we were two huge beings that came together and then we wanted to take our other beings... I mean, who even...
And then the kids became beings.
And they became big beings. And I mean, could you ever be that fucked up and not self-realized that other people are not going to react well to this?
No, see, I think this is how you can be friends with Tom Cruise. Because they all sit around talking crazy like this.
Crazy shit. We're big beings. We came together with our goals.
And then the kids were becoming beings. And we said, how can we keep all these beings together?
It's as if Superman and Wonder Woman got together and we're going to create the saviors of the world.
It's the Justice League of America.
Yeah.
I just gave birth.
That's like that, what was that guy who used to write Winning Friends and Influence People?
Dale Carnegie?
It's like one big Dale Carnegie session. I'm a big being. That's a ball statement to make on.
But I hear that you all really do sex
I'll fast forward to that part.
Yeah.
If you're going to do, it'd be a vision. Fine, you know, would join so much more.
What is the bigger vision for your marriage?
Together.
Yes.
And I had,
basically.
growing. And, you know, Willow and Jaden and Trey, how the children were growing.
I really want to hear it.
So once we started to see how the children were growing, and, you know, Willow and Jaden and Trey, with how they were becoming their own beings, we decided, okay, we want to make a family business.
They were becoming their own beings.
Yes.
Is that some Scientology horse shit?
It could be.
Wow.
I'm very fascinated with this language.
It seems a little odd, the whole thing.
Yeah, it's somebody's language, but I don't know whose.
Do we incorporate all the talent,
I want to get to her
and Jaden,
original.
and to see how... And so we decided together.
Yes.
Well, we had to figure that out because we're two big beings that came together.
Wow. Wow. I just couldn't ever go any... Like, imagine I went on Letterman and said, you know, we were two big beings that got together. And Dave would look at me and then just piss on me. Pull out his cock and drip fucking urine all over my face. I mean, are you kidding me? You got to be a way blown out narcissist to make that statement. We were two big beings coming together. Wow. You got to be out of your fucking mind.
Well, you have to understand, Oprah.
Wow.
We were two big beings.
And then she goes, and then Oprah makes me crazy when she goes, as she finishes the sentence for them, like as if it was almost like, yes, family.
Wow.
Like, you'll hear her finish the sentence.
Yeah, and I had my vision and he had his. And so we had to join it. And so we decided...
You just do what she say. You know?
Yeah, basically. That's
Big
vision.
Yeah. No, but I really want to hear it.
Right.
I really want to hear it.
Well, once we started to see how the children were growing, and, you know, Willow and Jaden and Trey, with how they were becoming their own beings, we decided, okay, we want to make a family business. How do we incorporate all the talent that we have in this family? Right.
In this family.
Do you hear, though, you know, it's almost like they're the first people who ever did this.
Yeah,
and
they're experts.
They are, you know, like they had to create this blueprint because they knew that people would be doing it after them.
Wait to hear the next rap. I was listening to this during the commercials. You want to hear how they live in service to greatness, and they teach the children to live in service to greatness?
Let me hear it. Lay it on me.
You know, and it's like with Trey with his football and Willow.
Trey's the kid from the first marriage.
Right.
He's got his football, and the other two, of course, are in show business.
They're artists.
Yeah.
Is singing and Jaden acting. I just want them to live in service to greatness. You know?
I could never say that.
Did you tell your children this?
Yeah. And guess what? They all had nervous breakdowns. What do you mean? Were that chosen, that we have to live in service to greatness?
I want them to live and to create in a way that when people see it, people are inspired and people become better just by having contact with the things.
With their excellence.
With their excellence.
Yes.
It would be wrong.
Oh, yes, Oprah. You're getting it.
Would it be wrong to hope that they all end up in rehab? All the kids? I mean, I don't wish bad on anyone's kids, but...
Well, they were great drug addicts.
Yeah.
And
it would just be great if they all cracked from this.
You know, and
but they have to be able to define that for themselves.
Right.
And that's the thing. We can't
Therein lies the
define
rub.
that. Therein lies the rub. Because we might have a vision for what we see.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Jaden has to have his own vision. Willow has to...
Jaden later after the show went to a cancer ward and actually healed people by laying hands on them. I don't know. And the kids, do you want to hear how the kids have to add to humanity?
Yes.
How do you raise children who are grounded, who are gracious, who are giving, who are solid inside themselves when they have access to everything?
Right. Well, you know, I tell the kids all the time, it's like, Mommy and Daddy are rich. Y'all are broke. You know, You know, it's like, we don't allow them to kind of just sit around, and we talk about the concept of the group and the necessity of you adding to the family.
Sounds like one big seminar all day.
I know. They seem to be in a workshop every day.
What if the kids take their powers and go to the dark side and start to serve...
and do evil.
If they serve Lord Vader.
Yeah.
And then you have to add to your neighborhood, and then you have to add to humanity. You know, so there's the idea.
We'll have those discussions.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And it's
ongoing. Absolutely. Can you imagine if I was on Oprah? I don't think one thing I say would get an
amazing.
Oprah had no plan. The kids had no plan. I mean, they were kids, and they did their thing. I don't know.
I said play. You're a kid.
Yeah, crickets. Nobody's applauding. I mean... You know, you picture, like, Jaden and Trey and Willow going, you know, Mommy, Daddy, what good things can we do for the world today? Or can we just watch some fucking TV and get you two assholes off our ass?
I've already added to humanity today. Can I go now?
I need to just kind of have some me time and be a kid.
You know, giving them purpose.
Right.
Because when a human being has purpose, then you instill self-esteem.
Right.
And when a person has self-esteem, then...
He's writing her, she's writing him.
Yeah, oh my God.
They can't wait to chime in.
And that's what grounds it.
So do you all talk...
Two biggest bores on the planet.
About, for example, you know, 2 of your children have gone into this business, Willow and Jaden. Did you talk about the purpose of the business beyond the movie, getting the role, the acting?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we talk about the idea of you create something that is illustrating some aspect of the human spirit.
Right.
And it can be funny, and it can be exciting, it can be scary, but what you're trying to do as artists and the
Oh,
you are an artist.
Oh, my God. It's just wild. Laying that stuff out on Oprah. That Trey kid has to hate the other two, right? Because he's from the first marriage.
I think he's just trying to stay in the family.
He's trying to keep up.
Try not to make Jada mad so he can't come over.
Hang in there, Trey. It'll be all right. Trey's my favorite Smith. He's my... Most people identify with the young Jaden, who's the Karate Kid. I'm a Trey fan. You know. He can't be possibly privy to all of the family meetings and stuff and the two beings coming together. What a household. They can't possibly be carrying on like that at home, can they?
I'm telling you, these two are full of themselves.
Wow.
And this is how they go on all the time.
I'd want to be their kid just for the money aspect, but on the other hand, all that pressure to fulfill humanity and
If they just want to lay around, they can't do that.
No.
The purpose of art is to advance
and elevate.
And elevate.
I like when Oprah finishes, you know, she's right in there with them.
She's getting it, and she can elaborate on it.
Right, of course. The purpose is to elevate.
Let me restate this for my audience.
They talk real slow, too, like everything's important.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they have to break it down for us dummies.
Humanity, you know, so when you're choosing your work and you're choosing the material that you're putting into the world, you have to understand that somebody else's kids are going to see that, somebody's grandmother's going to see that, people are going to
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble with this shit I'm putting out.
see it, and are they going to be better or worse after they have contact with your material?
Yeah, that is the question.
Yeah, that's the big question.
The question.
Yeah.
I'm reading about Willow Smith because I wanted to know more about her. She is the daughter of Will and Jada. She is the younger sister of fellow child actor Jaden. And she, along with her brother, are youth ambassadors for Project Zambia.
Project Zambia. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
I'm part of Project Zombo. That's from the Munsters. The Project Zombo is from the Munsters episode Zombo.
Wow.
Ay, ay, ay. That's too much. Hey, I got to take a break.